Okay, let's start it. Let's start it. It is silhouettes at sunset, tips of stunning shots. Are you there? Okay, let me know if you are there. Where are you here from? Are you from New York City? Are you from Brooklyn? Are you from Manhattan? Put it in the comment box. If you are, where are you residing at right now as you're listening to this? Where are you? Where are you located? Where are you located, kiddos? So, just curious. Just curious. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? So, okay. Okay. I see. And where I see here? Where I see that you are brown, yellow, sweet. Hey, Dr. Tachi's in the building. I see you, Dr. Tachi. Oh, that's a good question, Adrian. We'll have that. We're gonna put that one on the board. Okay, why is this not? I'm not updating on my here. Let me get my comments here. Up here. My comments are not popping up properly. My comments are not popping up, but you guys can see the comments, but I can't. I have to look at the other screen to see what's going on. Okay, my little StreamYard is having a little problem over here. Make sure you hit the likes. Make sure you hit the likes. There's 15 of you, but I only see 12 in the building. Adrian, that's a good question. Hold on to that thought. Hold on to that thought. Is it hard to get action shots in silhouettes? That's a good one. That's a good one. And everybody, okay. None of y'all follow my directions, as in where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Are you in Virginia? Are you in New York? Are you in Miami? Where are you? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Here we go. Let's go back to the lesson. Let's get straight to the lesson. Okay, so first thing, silhouettes at sunset, tips for stunning shots. Next, I'm gonna turn this off for a moment. Okay, the dark silhouette, the dark shape and outline of someone or something visible against a lighter background, especially in dim light. In dim light. Okay, so let's go to the next. Time it right. Golden hour magic. Remember, golden hour is 1 hour after sunrise and 1 hour before the sun sets. It changes every day and wherever you are on the planet because your sunset time is different. So shoot during the golden hour, about an hour before sunset. The low angle of the sun creates warm tones and long shadows, perfect for silhouettes. Perfect for silhouettes. Okay? Let's see what you guys are saying over there. Agent says T-Neck is dirty jersey. Dirty jersey. Dirty jersey, really? Okay. Next, position your subject against the light. Place your subject directly before you and the sun. So if the sun is in front of you, make sure that the subject is in front between you and the sun or the bright light. The stronger the backlight, the darker and more defined the silhouette. I'll say that again. The stronger the backlight, the darker and more defined the silhouette. Next, three, simplify the background. Don't have a lot of stuff going on. It's really about, silhouettes are really about minimalism. It's really about minimalism. So, a busy background can distract from the silhouette's shape. You want to be able to see the shape of the silhouette. What is it? What are they? Who are they? You want to get a clean shape of who they are. Okay? Now, I'm relying on my other screen to see what you guys are saying. I see Mimi's in the building. I don't have control to my beta today. So Mimi's in the building. She says, "Greeting Ron and RLP crew." And I see also, hey, Bryson's in the building. What's up, Tachi? What's up, Jenny? What's up, Kelly? He says, Mr. Bryson is in the building. What's up, everybody? Happy Thunderbolt Tuesday. Okay. So here's a question. Adrian asked the question, is it hard to get action shots and silhouettes? It is difficult, but not impossible. Because most of the time, silhouettes need to have a bright light in front between you and the subject. Now, if you have your camera on a fast shutter speed, this is a little more difficult for a smartphone. You might need one of these babies. You might want one of these babies. So you need to have a fast shutter speed to be able to freeze the fast motion as it's moving in front of the light. So you can do it. You just got to have the right tools to do it. Now, your smartphone does take fast shots. And by doing it with your smartphone, you could put it on your settings, like you can put your settings on like a fast shutter speed. If you have your professional mode on your camera, go and increase your shutter speed, which is going to work out nicely because it's not going to be so dark, because I should say you're not going to be worried about the darkness because it's against the sunlight or the setting sun. Number two is you are using that shutter speed. You can also put your phone on burst. You know, like when you press the button and it takes several photos, and then out of the burst, you're going to find one or two perfect shots. So that's a good question, Adrian. That is a very good question. So it can be done if things are moving fast. Like let's say you're in a car, you're on the edge and you see fast cars moving and your cars are moving fast. You can freeze it. You can freeze someone running past the sun. So yes, you can. Like you saw some of my photos that I shot, there were people running in those shots, or the bicyclists. Those are fast moving. So yes, you can. Good question. Any other questions out there? Any other questions? That was good before we go on. Mimi says, Ron, I need the best setting for shutter speed for golden hour. I need to play around with catching the sunset. Well, the best shutter speed is based on what or who you're photographing. If it's something that's not moving, you can use a lower shutter speed. But like we just said with Adrian's question, if something's moving fast, like a bike, a car, someone running, then you need a faster shutter speed to capture it right in front of the sun. Good question, Mimi. Good question. I should say good statement. Let's see, any other in there? Any other in there? That's a big Daisy said that's a big baby. Yes, it is. That's my go-to camera. My job interfered with listening to this. Oh, sorry, Daisy. Well, you're here. You're here. Make sure you hit the likes. If you're here, make sure you hit the likes. I only see 12 likes up there, so I know it's more of you in here. So you hit the like so the algorithms know that we're here. And if you're Instagram, come on over and get the better experience over in YouTube. Okay, here we go. Next part of this. But again, keep your background to a minimum. Next, number 4, focus on shape and form. Choose a subject with strong, recognizable outlines. People, trees, bikes, animals. Right? I'm going to say that again. Choose subjects with strong, recognizable outlines like people, trees, bikes, animals, etc. Okay? Make sure you do that. Make sure you do that. And also, poses matter. Poses matter. Spread the arms out. Turn sideways, right? Turn sideways. Or use props for more dynamic shapes. For instance, if the person is looking directly at the sun and you're behind that person, you just see the person's configuration, like just the, just a line of a silhouette, the human up and down. Now, if you ask the person to turn to the side, now you have an outline. You can see the nose, you can see the eyes, you can see the glasses. You got an outline, and that makes for a better silhouette. Like you see this gentleman on a bike. The bike is recognizable, so it makes for a good silhouette. His bike helmet makes for a good composition to the photo. His hand is out versus his hand in. So now you know that's a human being right there. So go put the person to the side, open the arms up wide. That's why when you see like those commercials and you see the person with their arms up and they're celebrating the sun, they're on top of the mountain. Poses matter. Don't just be a string bean. Open up your arms, turn to the side, have your subject move over, turn to the left, turn to the right, open up the legs a little bit. Don't just have legs together. Have the legs open, have the legs side, left and right, one to the front, to the right, another one to the left. 45-degree angles. Think about it in that way. You want the shadows to show. You want the silhouettes, I should say, to show. Okay, what are you guys saying over here? And Nashville, Dr. Tachi. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm caught up there. Okay, next one. Next. Expose for the brightest part of the scene. Expose for the brightest part of the scene. Like here, you see this picture. The person's running for the train and moving right in front of the brightest part of the scene. And then look at the shadow that was cast as well. So this one is a shadow and silhouette. You see how that long shadow is cast on the ground? But look, the person that took the photo saw the person running. And as the person was running right in front of the light, click, 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 click. And then you have it. Now, how do you expose for that? On your smartphone, remember we talked about that with your little finger? Remember, your finger, wherever you put your finger on your smartphone, your camera, you're telling your camera to expose for that area. So wherever you put your finger, you're telling the camera, I need you to expose for this area that I want to shoot. If you put your finger to the left, it will expose to the left. If you put your finger to the right, it'll expose to the right. If you put it on the brightest, it will expose. And then what usually happens, you will see, if you took your camera right now and look at your light and put it towards the light bulb or put it to something bright, and you hit your exposure on that, like tap it with your finger, that index finger is your exposure trigger. Use your index finger for that. And then what you will see is that the camera will automatically adjust. It will automatically come down the exposure. It'll make the exposure move and create the shadows, create the silhouette. Okay? Don't tap on the dark part, because if you tap on the dark part, the exposure will light up. If you tap on the bright spot, the exposure will go down. Does that make sense? Are y'all getting this? Some of y'all came in here just for this topic. This is one of the best topics. Let me tell you, I love silhouettes. They're my favorite things to photograph. Daisy says, forgive me, but how did this get a silhouette? How did it get dark? And I just mentioned it. Because of the finger, taking that finger onto the brightest part of what's in your screen. The moment you put your finger on that, tap it, just tap it. And then on iPhones and on the Androids, if you tap and hold, a little bar comes up, and it has a little star like bright light, and then it goes down to dark, and you can slide on that ruler, or I should say that rule bar, and you can go up and down on it, slide bar up and down, and it will go dark and light. You can do it manually. So you can just tap on it, and the computer knows to do it. But if you tap and hold, then you'll see a little icon come up, little slider, and you move that slider up and down on your smartphone, and you will show your exposure, change the exposure accordingly. Are you learning something today? If you're learning something, I don't want to say amen, but if you're learning something, let me know you're learning something. Let me know you are learning. Give me I guess you can say, give me an amen. Give me an amen, right? Share. There you go. Okay, next one. In a concert, I love in concerts. Silhouettes in concerts are the best. I also like doing this in Times Square, because Times Square has all these bright lights. A little hard sometimes because there's bright lights behind you and in front of you. But if you can get in the back distance, like away from the square, and the square is in front of you, and all the bright lights are rising up, then you can take a picture, have someone just kind of like walk in front of it and get some beautiful silhouettes. Or you can take pictures of people walking and get low to the ground and take pictures and create silhouettes. Look for the light. Look for the light. And what are photographers? We are light chasers. We chase the light. We paint with light. Okay, here we go. Use manual mode if available. I just talked about that. Lower the ISO, increase the shutter speed, and adjust the aperture to avoid overexposure. Experiment with settings to get the perfect contrast. Experiment. That's the key, y'all. Experiment. You're not going to get good at this unless you experiment with it. Right? You got to get out there and do it. And then once you get it, you'll never forget it, and you'll be set up for life. You'll be set up for life to take great silhouettes. Silhouettes make great for your wall. You may say you want to put something beautiful on your wall, put a silhouette photo on your wall. It's drama. It's drama. Okay, I see some amens in there. Cass says amen. Himimi says amen. Kimmy Kim says amen. You might not be seeing my comments. I see it right now. I see it. I see it. And I see your comments. I see you. But the rest of y'all need to wake up in this class here today. I know some of you are working while you're listening to this, so I get it. I know you're there. I see you guys in here. But make sure you hit the likes. Make sure you hit the likes. Next one, number 7. Try creative composition. Try creative composition. Include reflections, foreground elements, or frame your subject with natural shapes. Like you see here on the edge of the frame. Look at the outline. You can see the eyelashes. You can see the nose. You can see the lips. You can see the neck sliding in there. You can see the chest on the edge, right? On the edge of the frame. Have someone pose at the right angle because you want to get these details. Well, you can see the eyebrows because the subject is at the right angle, but in front of the light. The exposure is low. The shutter speed is higher. And get the eyebrows, get the eyelashes. There you have it, right? There you go. There you go. I'm looking for your questions. If you got questions along the way, I will answer them. Dr. Tachi says, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. And Kimmy Kim says, you picked great pics to illustrate this lesson. Nothing like stock photos. I can't use my photos usually because my photos are usually too big in megabytes for the slide presentations. So I have to go to stock photos all the time. But hey, when you're doing a lesson, that's what stock photos are for. That's right. That's what they're for. Okay, here we go. Well, here's another one. I love this one. Like the people at the office, this big giant window, and they're sitting at the desk, talking, have a conversation, and just give them a silhouette. Make them into a silhouette. Here you go. Post-processing enhancements. Enhance the contrast and shadows in editing apps like, you know what I always say, Lightroom. You always know what I say, Snapseed. And I threw in another one, VSCO, something new I've had to add it to you. I've used this years ago, but they really have improved their editing tool. You can just download these from the App Store or the Android Store, Google Play, Google Store, Lightroom, Snapseed, VSCO, Photoshop Express, and then your cameras all have editing tools built within them. And once you take the picture, you can make it darker. You can add the blacks. You can darken the shadows. You have those sliders, right? The little sliders in your processing, post-processing. Okay? So you can take it, make the shadows darker, make the silhouette darker by sliding that slider, making it blacker, the silhouette, making everything darker by those sliders. You have the tools. You can do this. You can do this. Daisy says, damn it, my coworkers are bothering me. Anthony Rowland's in the building. He said, hey, family. And Kimmy says, Daisy, she's laughing. Hopefully the replay will help you. Thank you, Kimmy. Exactly. Yes. Okay, any questions, y'all? Any questions before we go to the next one? Any questions? Are y'all getting this? This lesson, everyone can do. You don't have to even figure it. I mean, obviously, you're going to listen to you're going to take in what I'm sharing with you. But this is one of the easiest games to play in photography. You can catch a sunset anywhere. You can create silhouettes of people. If like for instance, we have Manhattan Hinge, but we also have regular evenings where the sun is setting and the sun is billowing down the streets. And then people are walking on the crossing the crosswalk. You can get silhouettes. You can get silhouettes from any light background, and you are on the dark side or on the opposite between you and the subject. Get out there and do it. You can do it. You can do it. Warm up the tones to enhance the sunset glow. Right. So you can darken the shadows, darken the silhouette, and then you can raise the color, raise the vibrance, and get beautiful, spectacular sunsets and sunrises. Right? I think you can do it. I think you can do it. Do I have any other page things? Let me see if I got anything else to show you that may encourage you. Oh, this is a finished product. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I got some things here for you. Okay, I'm going to show you something else as well. Let me show you. So that way you can see. This is a finished product. This was a product I created for a client. And you can see, I'm going to bring this to you. This is the high res. Okay. Will it come up? Let's see if it comes up properly. Look at that. Remember the one I showed you? Remember the photo I showed you that had was grainy and all the other stuff? Now look at what I was able to create from that. Look at what I was able to create. Look at that. This happens to be a unique day in New York City. It was, remember those forest fires in Canada and all the smoke was billowing into New York City? Well, a couple of those nights we had amazing sunsets because the sky was red and the sun was red because of all the particles. Remember, Adrian, we talked about the particles were in the sky, enhancing the sunset to be even more red. So I was able, as it was going behind a building, I was able to create this drama of the building and look how crisp, because of the particles in the air, I was able to get that beautiful circle of the sun. Look at that. Look at that. And I was able to do that. Oh, thank you, Janet. Thank you, Janet. Oh, I can't put it on the screen from where I am. Thank you, Janet. And Janet says, great lesson. What's up with Snapseed? Are they changing the platform? I don't know. It's still there. Snapseed is still there. Dr. Tati said, this is gorgeous beyond words. That's real. This is real, y'all. This is a real photo from my window. Literally, I got up, went to the window, this is not a smartphone camera shot. This was a shot with this camera. This camera I used. And I took out the zoom. I zoomed in really far in with the zoom lens and took that shot. And then I was able to edit it. And I made it really black. I slid that slider across with the black. And then I added some good vibrance and some good color. I was able to raise the reds a little bit because I shoot in RAW. And then I was able to come up with this shot. But it was definitely nature that helped me. The smoky skies coming down from, hey, thank you, Kimmy Kim. Thank you. You guys, I guess today was worth your $1 here. Today, thank you. Right? And let me see if another one. Well, so I made this for a client, but I'll show you another one real quick. Let me just go through this real fast. And I took, like you see, I got a close up. I chopped it up for different sizes. Look at this one. Look at what I was able to do with this one. This one, I was able to go into my Lightroom. So people like to know how you do this stuff. Same picture. But what I did was I removed the red. I removed the color red and made it black and slid it. I removed it, the red color, because in Lightroom, you can, if you shoot in RAW, you can control all of the colors, like the blues, the reds, the greens, the yellows. I was able to remove the red and keep the orange. And this created a whole full black background. I mean, how is that? So everyone that put our money together to buy Ron's place. Oh, Dr. Tachi. Thank you, Dr. Tachi. Dr. Tachi says, yes, definitely worth it. But buy yourself a tea or coffee. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I will buy myself a, well, you know me. I'm going to put this right back into our community. Because this is, when StreamYard comes a collecting, I will pay my StreamYard bill. Right? But look at that. Isn't that cool? Now, what I wish would have happened if there was a person on the roof. If there was a person on the roof, that would have made the photo even better. So look at that. And then I have, again, you see it in the long form. And then this is a shot I shot in Africa when I was on safari one evening. I was in South Africa, and this was a beautiful sunset. My driver, my ranger, I should say, my ranger said, I have a great place for you to photograph. And I said, really? And we were speeding through the bush, and we were moving, and he's just driving. We're like just driving and all over the dirt road. And then we get to the top of this like huge, I guess it was like a large hill, like a plateau almost, I think you can call it a plateau. And we got to the top of the plateau, and on the left of us was all these elephants eating. So the elephants were all grazing, and the giraffes were over there as well. But we didn't go there for the giraffes and the elephants. We went for the sunset. And look at hey, Lisa, thank you, Lisa. I see it. But look at this. Look at this beautiful sunset. Look at the sunset. And these trees is part of the silhouette. Part of the silhouette. The skill set of using your silhouette skills. You are going to perfect your photography by understanding how to produce silhouettes. Right? So there you have it. Are there any more I can show you while we're here? Let me see. I mean, I do have, those are my low res. I'm in my Lightrooms here. Sunrise. What's this? What's in here? What is this? It says sunrise. I got all these folders, y'all. Oh, here's another sun. Yeah, here's an interesting sun photos. Here we go. Here's some interesting. This one I photographed in Dubai. Oh, where did it go? Hold on a second. Did it go? Oh, there she is. Yeah, this was in Dubai. I was on the water, on the edge of the water. The sun was setting. Let me see if I can get this in here so you can see it. Look at that. Look at that. And what's beautiful about the sunsets in Dubai is, again, the particles of the sand in the air makes for better sunset shots. So you saw the other one with the smoke from Canada. This one was the sand. You know, in Dubai, there's sand in the air everywhere. So so when you get in Dubai, you have these brilliant sunsets, and you are able to get the sun as a disk because of the sand in the air. So this is right on the water. So you see, this is the water below, and then this is the sunset. And I love these buildings, right? You see how these buildings add for great composition. Like you see the outline and the silhouette and how they're shaped, you know. And so it just added to that beautiful silhouette. Silhouettes can change the way you photograph. They make me happy. Silhouettes bring me joy. So that is no, that is not a natural vignette. No, that is not a natural vignette. I added the vignette when I did my post editing. I added the vignette. The original photo is straight across, but I wanted to bring that vignette in. It was also part of at one time, I used to have my hood on my camera as well. So, and sometimes I would use my hood for that kind of stuff too. But because you can just change the hood, just slightly change it, and it'll be off center, and then you get these natural vignettes. Okay, wow, it looks like a sun within the sun. I see here. Is that a natural? Okay, so look, we got that. So that's another one of those photos that I photographed with some silhouettes. And I think I'm going to go for one more with you guys. Are y'all ready for one more? Let's go to, I think you're going to get a kick out of this one. Manhattan Hinge. I used all of my skills in Manhattan Hinge. Let's go with I think it's the 23rd, May, or is it May 29th? Let's go with May 29th. Let's see. Oh, yeah, let's go with May 29th. Okay, so these are my silhouettes from Manhattan Hinge. And should I go with these are the ones for purchase, and these are the ones that I sell. These are the finished products. Here we go. Here we go. And then we'll go. Today we're having a real photography day. So here's a great silhouette. This is just as the sun is setting, and you are moving into what's called, is it on your screen? Yeah. You're moving into what's called the blue hour, right? So when's the blue hour? The blue hour is the moment the sun goes below the horizon, and that 1 hour after. As the sun goes below the horizon, is now called the blue hour. So the golden hour is the 1 hour before the sun hits the horizon, and then the blue hour is when the sun goes below the horizon. Okay, so there you have it. And there's some more. This is how we do Manhattan Hinge in New York City. This is one of the best. This is one of my best Manhattan Hinge photos. You see that? I got lucky. I got the airplane at the top of the frame. So again, and there are all these reflections because this is looking down 42nd Street. So this is looking down 42nd Street. And again, using your silhouette skills to take these photos, these types of photos. Right? You're using your silhouette skills, the skills to take silhouettes, to take better photos in general. And he says, the blue hour never lasts an hour. It does. It does. In New York City, it does. And I see Dr. Tati says, gorgeous. And Kimmy says, 100. Okay. We're having a photo day today. Here's another one. Look at that. Look at that. That's a close-up of 42nd Street. And you see all of the people in the streets looking at Manhattan Hinge. You see that? And then what's beautiful about also these silhouettes is that you see those red lights of the brake lights on the cars, how they're popping out, that red pops out, or you see the yellow sign that has Madame Tussauds, the place on 42nd Street. And then in the very back is what's called the Palisades in Jersey, is where the sun is setting behind. Oh yeah, this let me tell you, I don't even go do him Manhattan Hinge any longer after I took these photos, because I can't seem to, I don't think I can do better than this. This Manhattan Hinge is like amazing. Look at that. You can see the bird flying there. There's a bird flying. There's a bird flying right in there. Look at that. Look at that. This is just as the sun is coming around the bend, right? The sun is not lined up with the avenue yet. It's coming around the bend, as we say. Oh, you caught Chicago Hinge in 2023? Yeah, let's go. Let's see. Then now this one is manipulated. This photo is manipulated from the original. You saw the original. Now it's manipulated. This is me taking out colors. So I took out everything except for the hot colors. So I removed the blues, I removed the greens, I removed the magentas. Well, I got some magenta. I should say the magentas are still there. So the only thing that's left is the magenta, the oranges, the yellows, and the reds, and the blacks. Right? So you can create from your silhouettes as well beautiful shots, right? So, and this is what you do, how you use your Lightroom, your Snapseed, your VSCO, your Photoshop. You can change it up. And I'm going to give you one more out of here. Look at that one. So now this one is the same photo, but now I got rid of the oranges. I left the yellow, I left the blues, I left the pinks or magentas. You see? So this is how you can be creative with your work as well. Same photo, just manipulate it. This is what you do in post-processing. Post-processing. Right? There you have it. There you have it. Okay, so, and then we'll do some more another day, but those, I just wanted to share. Manhattan Hinge is where you show off your skill set, and I just wanted you to see that. So there you have it. And any questions? Any questions on this subject? Did you guys learn anything today? Did you learn anything today? Oh, my counter is stuck there too. My counter is stuck. Everything is stuck on StreamYard. However, you guys are still seeing me, which is good. That's a good thing. I see you guys are still there. You guys are still here. However, I want to see some of those likes. I want to see the likes. I want you to hit those likes. What's going on with the likes? And Kimmy Kim says, great lesson. Nice. Kimmy Kim, Anthony. I see Daisy with the eyeballs. Nice. Nice. Janet says, magnificent. Okay. Okay. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. I have something to say. I have something to say. And join my email list. and make sure you just join. Go to our Ron Lewis photos, and just the first thing that pops up, it says newsletter. Just sign up to the newsletter. I saw someone did it yesterday. Thank you, Harris. Kay Harris did it yesterday. Also, I am an event photographer, so I do other things, but I am an event photographer. That's how I make my money here in New York City, is events. So if you know someone that's doing a corporate event that has a family gathering, a barbecue, a birthday party, and they want to photograph the event, give them my name. I would love the work. Okay. And again, I would like to say thank you to our Patreon members that support what we do here by supporting every month. And also, you can find all of these lessons. You can find all these lessons. Let me go there. Let me show you where these are so that way you can go and check it out. Home. Let me get in here. Let me get into paid mode. So all you Patreon members, if you're not a Patreon, these are the reasons why you should join the Patreon community. Here we go. Let me show you why. Let me show you why you should join the Patreon community. Because the Patreon community has all of these lessons. Everything is at our Patreon page. Look at this. Look at this. There it is. Everyone in Patreon got this. It's right there. You don't have to wait for the slideshow. You can get it. It's right there. Just open it up, and there you have it. You got yesterday's stuff from Urban Exploration, our quote of the week. And you got all the other lessons, smartphone beach photography. You got the fireworks stuff. You got everything there. Elevate your creative portraits. All of that is located on the Patreon page. Look at that. Am I using my silhouette skills there? There we go. Look at that. On this particular, how to prevent stagnation, perfectionism as a photographer. But I use this photo, but look at that. I'm using my skills on silhouettes. Everything is here. Everything I do is all in the Patreon page. If you want, there's the collections. All the collections are there. Media, podcasts, accomplishments, special events, giveaways that we've had, basic photography. Look at it. All of it is right there. Everything I do is here or have done. You're missing out if you are not a member. Become a member. There you go. Just click on the membership tag. And then you just go through one of these and say, oh, I think I go for this one. Okay. There you go. Become a Patreon member. Support what you love. And I know a lot of you love what we do here. There you go. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had a great time with you as always. And so I make sure I think I got everybody. I'm waiting for you. I have to look at the other screen to see what's going on because my screen here is not working. Have a great day, everyone. I see that. That was me, Ron. Hey, oh, that was you, Kimmy Kim. All right, Kimmy Kim. Kay Harris signed up for the mailing list yesterday. That was Kimmy Kim. Join the mailing list. Join the mailing list. Nice. Thank you, Kimmy Kim. Okay, I'm out. Guys, thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.